If you were like me, you noticed almost immediately that Tarkov felt off once you updated and started the wipe. It was choppy, inconsistent, and just felt bad overall. Whenever this happens, I almost always start watching my frames to try and diagnose and work through problems, and I noticed immediately these huge swings on maps on woods, interchange, resort, shoreline. Didn't matter. It was this constant swing in frames. I'd be running 90, maybe 100 frames, and all of a sudden they would just tank to 50, sometimes even 45. It would sit there for a second, then it would jump back up to 80 or 90, and then tank back again to 50. And I couldn't figure it out. Screwing around with my graphics settings didn't help anything. It didn't matter if I turned textures down, I messed with DLSS or the new FSR system, level of detail, none of that changed my frames. Then I turned off binaural based on a suggestion of a viewer in chat. Now keep in mind this takes a restart to take effect, but I noticed an immediate result once I did that. The game felt like butter and was running great. Even streets felt really good. Now this worked great for me and tons of other folks who came in the stream all day today and were asking questions about it and looking for help. But it didn't help everyone. There were still a couple people said that they didn't notice any differences. So you need to do this by yourself and test it fully. Play the game with it, play the game without it, and see which feels better for you. Because it's not just this win-win, you turn it off and you get more frames. You are giving up audio cues and directional ability. It's not even the right way of saying it. You can't tell where the hell people are at on several maps, one of them being interchange. Interchange with binaural off is almost unplayable, at least to me, because there is no vertical audio. People on the floor above you and below you sound the same as people on the same floor with you. It's like the new audio system that they put in, this new Oculus audio that replaced Steam audio. They completely removed occlusion zones, and I think they did. I don't know how it all works, but that's just my assessment looking on what I'm hearing in the game for my first, 15 or 18 hours or whatever I've played it so far. So this is a choice you're going to have to make for yourself. Do you want to trade the frames, deal with that giant cut, or maybe you have a machine that doesn't have it and give up be able to get better fixes on people where they're at based on audio? Or do you want those better frames, that higher frame rate, that smoother gameplay, but not be able to tell where anyone is at based on audio? I also haven't had time to really put this through and test it on tons of maps. This is just an initial deal based on the frames. I said, screw this, I'm gonna turn it off for the frames. I might change my mind as we get down, especially if I have to start playing lots of maps or lots of raids on interchange or something. I can't play the game right now the way it is. I just can't. I can't play interchange like that. Resort is a mess, but it's not as bad as interchange because the building's more contained. People aren't in tons of different directions, and I don't want to say linear, but that's kind of more linear. But I feel like Labs is going to be a shit show. I haven't been on it yet, but I don't think it got the Oculus audio treatment like Customs did, and so that means it's just going to be really bad like interchange. But for you, you're going to have to make that choice. It's going to be entirely up to you, not what I say or what anybody else says to do. Now, there are places that sounds fine. We started running lots of raids on Customs, and even with binaural audio off, Dorm sounds absolutely fantastic. I can't stress enough. Go try it out. Go run around with your friends. Go get in some PvP fights there. You can tell exactly where people are. They're above you, they're below you, they're outside, they're by this window. You can hear somebody, you can tell there was an open window. You're around a corner, the sound changes. We tested all sorts of stuff and it was wild. And I mean that in a good way. Now, I can't be 100% sure, but I'm pretty positive that this is a bug. It's not intended. There's something wrong and not working right. There's no reason binaural audio should be tanking our frames by, half almost in some instances. And hopefully BSG will be able to get this fixed pretty soon so that I can turn binaural back on, and you can too if you want to. Now, just real quick, if you're not sure how to do this, it's straight simple. You go into sound and you can see mine's checked off. It's settings and sound. This binaural audio, and if you see a check, it says binaural audio settings will be applied after game restart. So I'm going to just turn it off and keep it like that, or I can just hit back and escape and it doesn't matter. Turn yours off. Try it, see if it works for you. If it doesn't, turn it back on. No big deal. You just got to restart your game real quick. So I hope this helps with any issue, at least some of the issues you're having with performance. I know there's other stuff out there, but I think this is a big one right now because it completely changed my day when I did it. But we'll leave with that. I'm not going to drag it out any longer. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit a like if this video helped you out. Helps me out a ton as well if you like the video. And we'll see you guys in Tarkov.